Today is finally Friday, November 21st, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. It's the weekend before Turkey Day next week, so let's get active. Malaika Hollist and I will talk about some of the events you could check out this weekend before the holiday season takes over our lives. But before that, here's the news. Over 900,000 passengers are expected to come through Tampa International Airport during this Thanksgiving season. This is right after flights were slashed during the government shutdown. Michael Barrett is a supervisor with TSA, and he says while his team handled the shutdown well, other cities didn't.
Well, imagine you're not getting paid for 44 days. It's very difficult to make it work if you don't have money to pay for your gas. Maybe you don't have childcare payments now. So yes, it doesn't surprise me, but I know our agency did the best that they could to ensure that people could come to work.
If you're flying into Tampa November 30th, good luck. They're expecting 86,000 people to pass through the airport that day. Oh, and TSA officials want to emphasize this. Don't bring things like gravy or cranberry sauce with you on the plane. It's going to get confiscated. While that this was enough of an issue before that they had to bring it up. If you're under 16 in Manatee County, you aren't allowed in public places from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Sunday through Thursday. The county commission just installed a kid curfew this week. They say it'll reduce crime. The curfew on Fridays and Saturdays is midnight to 6 a.m. Also, there's exceptions for emergencies and if you're with your parents or going to and from work or at a school event. USF is investigating an incident involving 3 men who disrupted a Tuesday morning Muslim Student Association prayer. Maryam Yuldashev was at the event on top of the Collins Boulevard parking garage.
They screamed, "You're going to hell," multiple times, and it was just a very scary situation to be in.
Video recorded by one of the 3 men shows it lasting about 10 minutes with the men waving pieces of bacon at the students and spitting on the ground near them. USF police say they're working on identifying who they are. They plan to file criminal charges. A Florida House committee approved a list of ideas for reducing property taxes on Thursday. Property taxes pay for local government services like fire rescue and infrastructure. Local officials say that'll hurt their community budgets big time. But House Rep Toby Overdorf says Floridians are paying too much.
We will definitely have something on the ballot that will be addressing property taxes and will put money back into the pockets of Floridians.
Florida voters would have the final say on if property tax cuts actually happen. It's Friday, and with that, another Friday event roundup with Malaika Hollist of Arts Access Florida. Malaika, I really need some stuff to do this weekend because I know next weekend my body is going to be pretty immobile after Thanksgiving.
You'll be
so,
done.
What can I do?
I've got some ideas for you. First, we have the Mezzo Market, which is this Saturday, 11 to 4 p.m. It's in St. Pete at Intermezzo. It's just a bunch of local businesses. There's going to be boutique clothing, plants, jewelry, food, of course, artwork, and a great place to get your holiday shopping started. So I think you should check it out.
You know, I love markets like this. I just struggle with the whole perusing thing because, like, whenever you're looking at something and you got the vendor staring you dead in your soul,
right.
Like, are you going to buy it? Are you not? Like, it's always a struggle for me. I feel bad.
The guilt.
Yeah,
just don't get too close unless you're sure you want it. That's what I do.
I know. It's a struggle.
It's tough. It's tough. And next we have the Sarasota Medieval Fair, which is in Malaika City, just outside of Sarasota. And you can actually go this weekend and next weekend. I've never been to one of these like medieval fair things, so I'm very interested in them.
Yeah, my friend group and I, we all rented a van and we went down there together.
Oh.
My boy Jay and I, we dressed as fairies, masculine fairies, of course. And it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of good food, a bunch of activities. I got a cotton candy pickle, which I initially thought was going to be like cotton candy grapes, but no, it's just a pickle wrapped in cotton candy. First bite was like, oh, wow. By the 4th bite, I wanted to kind of die. But it was a good time. The whole thing is really, really fun.
That's a very interesting combination. I would have never thought of that. Well, you can get single-day tickets.
Think of it.
Don't think of it?
Yeah, please don't.
I won't, actually. Tickets start at $32 for adults, $20 for kids, and $28 for seniors. And next, we have the Dunedin Celtic and Craft Beer Music Festival. Get ready for folk-style music from Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. It's going to be a great time. They have some bands like Jesse and Kevin and the Devil's Brigade and really great craft beers. There's going to be an apricot peach.
Ooh,
Doesn't that sound good? That sounds like a good old ale.
Did you know that the Celtic people invented bar soap?
No.
Yeah. They actually made it out of animal fat and like plant ash. They combined it and made like the first forms of bar soap. It was like, ooh, man. I love the way my horse smells. I want to smell like it too.
Oh yeah. That sounds good. So like Irish Springs.
No, but yes.
Okay. Tickets start at $23 and it's outdoor but not pet friendly. Just wanted you to know. And last but not least, we have the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. It's at the Florida State Fairgrounds this weekend. And this is a traveling expo of all things weird. I mean, pretty weird, like quack medical devices, taxidermy, preserved specimens. You can even take classes on it if you want to.
Yeah, a taxidermy class.
Yeah.
You love Fluffy? Do you really love Fluffy?
Yeah.
You want to keep Fluffy around forever?
I think I do.
Then take this class.
Yeah. If you're into that, I would definitely check it out. Tickets start at $11 early and 16 day of.
Malaika, thank you so much for the time.
You're welcome.
Here's a couple newsy things I saw this week but didn't have time to put in the blend. I did an episode on Bonnet Springs Park in Lakeland a little while back. Absolutely gorgeous park. You should check it out if you get the chance. But don't expect to go there for a holiday lights display this year. The leaders there are pausing it because traffic and parking are such a nightmare. They said last year traffic had people backed up for 2 hours. Yeah, that's going to lead to some crash outs for sure. To prevent that in the future, they're building 2 new parking lots and reimagining the show for 2026. Also, today is the last day to sign up if you're looking for your big acting break on A Land Remembered, that historical Florida novel that's getting a TV series. Here's the criteria. You need to be an 8 to 13-year-old Caucasian boy. They're looking for one to play Zach McIvy, but hey, if you don't fit that, then maybe you could try out for the upcoming production of Annie at the Venice Theater. All you have to do is be a dog, because they're looking for one to play the role of Sandy. Any breed, age, or gender can try out for it, by the way, as long as they're medium to large and a shade of brown, tan, or red. Oh, and the lineup for next year's Strawberry Festival is out, headlined by the Oak Ridge Boys, Pasco County's own Bellamy Brothers, and Alabama, which I thought was a state, but it's also a band too. There's other newer acts, but the full lineup is online if you want to check it out. Lastly, the Bucs have Sunday Night Football this weekend. They're in LA to take on the Rams, and I'm just going to be honest, I don't like their chances. The Rams have been awesome, and the Bucs have been kind of buns lately, and I think more of that happens this time. I say the Rams win this one 24-18, trying for a little scoregami here. But that's one more week in the Bay Blend down the hatch. Thanks so much for spending some of your week with me. You truly are the bestest. Next week will be a weird one with the holidays and all that, but we'll talk about the details when the time comes. For now, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you Monday. Peace.